Man, what a weekend we just saw of playoff football. And that does nothing but lead us into the second round. So let's waste no time, fellas. And let's get straight into it with the first matchup. The number one seeded Broncos hosting the Buffalo Bills, really the Buffalo Josh Allens. How did y'all feel about that Josh Allen performance to beat the Jags on Sunday, man?
Some franchises just aren't meant to win, bro.
Yeah, I was saying it in that clip, and I know it sounded like I was hating, but game winning drive didn't last a millisecond. Literally didn't need like the first play, my God, you can't even get us a little bit down the field and let the stadium get jumping a little bit and let the Buffalo defenders get a little bit nervous. Nope. First play.
Trey
Yeah.
White of all people, too, bro.
Yeah, I would say as corny as it sounds, Josh Allen in the playoffs is inevitable. Like, you know what's crazy? At no point did it feel like Buffalo was in control of that game, but the whole time it felt like they were going to steal it. Like it
Yeah.
never felt like they were the better team. It never felt like they looked better. The possessions were clunkier. They didn't know what they were doing on defense. They were getting gashed. And Liam Cohen was like, "Yeah, 8 yards a pop. I don't love that screen pass. Where Parker Washington at? Just like
QB draw.
talk to the reporter at halftime. Got to run the ball like twice and never run it again. It just felt like they were never gonna win that game. I know that they looked like the better team, but like Vance said, just was nothing they were ever gonna do to win that game.
A 10-yard tush push. Jalen Hurts could never.
Josh Allen was always gonna get the ball last. They were always gonna milk the clock, and then it just so happened that the Jags let them score. Had they had the ball last, Trevor Lawrence would have never embarrassed himself. He might have saved face for another few months, but he was inevitable.
Yeah, but coming off of that game, some serious news. Gabe Davis, Tyrell Shavers tear their ACL, both of them in that game. Josh Allen and the crew coming into Denver Mile High with a lack of weapons. Obviously, we saw Brandon Cooks have a great game against Jacksonville, but against this Broncos defense, do y'all think Josh Allen alone will be able to replicate what he did down in Jacksonville and lead
Wait,
this
are you
Buffalo
are you
team?
being serious?
I'm being dead ass serious.
They both tore it.
Both of them. Gabe Davis got his shit hit on the dig. I
Yeah,
don't
I
remember
saw
how
that. What
Tyrell
happened to
Shavers had. I just saw that shit. Like I was just Googling Buffalo Bills this morning. I was like, Tyrell Shavers tears his ACL. I was like, damn.
Jacksonville coming like that?
I
Who
guess so.
ACL?
Them niggas said they was leaving with something.
Wow. So Brandon Cooks and well, it's time. That's poetic. It's time. It's time. He got to shit or get off the pot. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
perfect.
is.
That's literally perfect.
Yeah, y'all was
Can
saying
but
that
can
shit.
they? You said
Yeah,
what?
I was finna say y'all saying that shit. Boy, Khalil Shakir finna have about 16, 17 receptions.
Nah, they gonna try to box him. I don't know how you box a slot, but they gonna try. They gonna just hit him. Yeah,
Yeah.
they gonna put Benito over him and just be like, all right, get open. Yeah, they gonna do something crazy. Yeah, that we gonna get a crazy Cam Newton clip. I can see it already. We're gonna get a brand new. He literally has no. So it's Cooks, Keon Coleman,
Khalil,
Shakir.
yeah.
Um,
Knox and Kincaid, really.
they signed somebody, and I was like, who the fuck is that? I forget his name. They got some old washed up somebody, not an MVS, it's somebody else. And when I seen him in uniform, I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't McKenzie, it was somebody, and it was super dusty. He might have been on the team. Um, Josh Palmer not on that team no more.
He got put on IR like towards the end of the year.
Yeah, bro. It's cooked.
I mean, okay,
Cabinet
but
looking real bare up there, bro.
what Denver gonna do? What do we? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me say, we know what they can do, but what are they actually gonna do? That's the bigger.
Yeah,
That
nobody
that's the
knows.
Yeah, that's the bigger question here.
and I'm not even gonna say the question really isn't what is Denver gonna do. The question is
Yeah.
what is Bo Nix gonna do? Because we saw what he did for the better part of 3 quarters.
Yeah,
Obviously he started that game hot, first drive touchdown, ain't do
yeah.
shit the rest of the game.
Wasn't it the first play touchdown?
It might have been first play. I know it was
It was a
first drive
bomb.
for sure.
Yeah, it was a
But
bomb.
yeah, so it might have been first play touchdown regardless. But we know Bo Nix has struggled.
Yeah,
And we also know that we don't know what we're gonna get out of Bo Nix in the
yeah.
postseason. So I come into this game looking like, will this Broncos offense put enough pressure on Buffalo's offense to keep up and score with them? I don't know, and kind of like you said, I think Josh Allen might just be inevitable.
Wow. Do you believe him in that much in turn? Do you really believe in him that much, Josh Allen?
I don't I don't believe in Josh Allen that much, but I don't believe in the rest of the Bills that much. I think that's really what it comes down to because when you look at this team, and Rex Ryan says this all the time, Josh Allen has never lost a game in his life. The Buffalo Bills have, but Josh Allen has never. And that's because Josh Allen continuously goes out and puts up these insane performances, these insane runs, makes these plays that we give a lot of credit to Mahomes for making and just wills his team to victory. Like you mentioned earlier, a 10-yard tush push, bro. Like that alone told me like, yeah, there's no way in hell Jacksonville's gonna do anything to win this game because Josh Allen just rips your heart out time and time, time after time after time. And so I just think like some things are inevitable and I feel like Josh Allen is inevitable until
Yeah.
he reaches the AFC Championship game.
I believe in Bo Nix to win to get through this game though, because Buffalo's defense is nothing special. I think they can take down their defense and even get up to make it a 2020 something game in the 20s. They may even get to 30. That's how much I do not believe in the Bills defense. Bo Nix, he does good enough. Like he's not a playmaker. Shout out to Cam Newton, but hey, he is a game manager. But he's at the point where he's an amazing game manager.
Yeah,
All
he's
he
a
has to
souped
do is
up
get
game
it.
manager. That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and
yeah, that's
he
fair.
has to get the ball to his weapons, and he gets it to him, and they make plays. And it's a year of destiny for the Broncos, just because they've been winning these games, real sneakily. They don't really play on prime time. They play at 3 o'clock usually every other Sunday, but I feel like the Broncos are going to run through the Bills right here, and we're going to have questions about the who else might get fired up in Buffalo.
Mm.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago, Vance. Once it was
Yeah,
either week 16, week 17, I think Denver went down to Jacksonville, got that belt. It was like
No,
34
Jacksonville
to,
came to Denver.
oh, okay.
Um,
Even better. Jacksonville
yeah,
went to Denver, gave Denver that belt. I want to say it was like 34-20. Sorry, I'm
yeah, it
blanking
gave
on
him
the
like
actual score.
40 point. It was highest
Yeah,
for yeah, it gave him like
it was
40.
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
And so
Yeah,
I say that to say that Broncos offense is really what concerns me because talking about Bo Nix, this Buffalo defense isn't good, but this Buffalo pass defense is very good. While Denver has the pass rushers, PS2, it's actually Buffalo that was number one in the league this season in pass defense. So when I look at this game, I think, can Buffalo force Bo Nix into these obvious passing situations, situations where we know he's going to struggle? Because when we talk about Bo Nix, we talk about the quick, on time, on schedule throws. If Buffalo can find a way to contain the run and get Bo Nix to third and medium, third and long,
yeah,
I think that's the key to success for Buffalo. And then, like I said, on the offensive side of the ball, it's Josh Allen and James Cook. We talk about Cookie Boy. The real Cookie Boy is James
yeah,
Cook, the league's leading rusher.
yeah.
And if Denver doesn't find a way to contain that, I think they can be in for a very long day because if Buffalo can run the ball, get that defense out there, that turns every possession for Denver into a must-score possession. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trusting Bo Nix to score every time he touch it, bro.
I agree.
yeah, I do too. But I think it's gonna be with the receivers that the Bills have. Like you said, I didn't even notice I didn't notice both of them tore
Yeah, I
ACL.
thought you
So
were
you're
trolling.
gonna
I was
be
like, damn, man.
like, I mean, he does use his tight ends a lot,
Yeah,
and so that helps out in terms of you don't really just necessarily lose too much. In my eyes, you do,
Yeah.
but the way he uses his tight ends, I think he can make up for it, similar to like how Dak Prescott uses his tight ends. And so I feel as if they're going to be able to move the ball some, but Denver's defense is too great.
okay, well, let me pose this to you. What if Denver's offensive struggles have the defense on the field the whole game? Does that
Exactly.
does that well because one thing that we haven't talked about is the run game. Like RJ Harvey, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
he's very dynamic, but like that's not a thing that's gonna strike fear into the heart of opposing defenses, especially even as Swiss cheese as we believe Buffalo's defensive like run game is. Obviously, it's not like we're just guessing. We saw it on like they get gashed, but like who is going to gash them? I think I'm not predicting this. I'm just saying like if the offense were to struggle, which is very within the cards, and the defense on the field for 38 minutes, are we going to be like, damn, I'm stunned, Denver kicked 3 field goals and Buffalo, scored 21 by just rushing the ball? Like, can you see that happening, or is it like we know that they have potency on offense and I don't think they will be stopped?
That's fair to say. It's
Okay.
possible that it happens like that. It's fair.
Okay.
I don't think it will, but it's fair.
So I take you rocking with Buffalo. I mean with Denver, Vance.
Yeah, I am.
Damn. I don't know what it is, but I just can't I can't get on the Bo Nix train, man. I can't get on the Bo Nix train.
You're not wrong.
I said it last week. This team is a first round exit team, and I got to stick to it. I got to rock with Buffalo, man. And that sounds crazy coming out my mouth, but give me Drake May Jr., man.
I thought the Bills were playing.
Yeah, that's why I said Drake May Jr.
That's
Some
insane,
people
bro.
call him Josh Allen, but I like to call him Drake May Jr.
That is that
Well,
is insane.
you might get what you're looking for in the next round because Denver, we have literally absolutely no indication that they will win this game. And I'm not gonna go as far as to try to make one up. No disrespect to them. I'm sure this will end up on the various social media platforms, but we have literally no indication that there's any valid reason to pick this team. I'm not gonna try to make one. I did that in the round before and it bit me in the ass. So I'm gonna stop trying to see the best in people. Denver.
Sean Payton was your boy, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. You said Drake May Jr., bro. Give me Baker Mayfield Jr. to win this game.
Who's Baker Mayfield Jr.?
That's crazy.
Bo Nix.
Huh?
I said give me Baker Mayfield Jr. to win this game.
That's Derek Carr Jr.
I was
Okay,
gonna say a white Jalen
please.
Hurts, but
Okay.
But that would have been a compliment a week ago, but I don't know. That's a
the
two-sided.
cornball with the Kangol, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bo knows. Yeah, Bo knows he's finna go home.
Hey, if you had to choose between getting rid of Jalen Hurts or just getting rid of AJ Brown, who would you choose?
AJ Brown. Every
Yeah.
7 days out of the
You
week.
you getting rid of AJ?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't do nothing with that. Like he's never gonna be like. There's nothing you can do to fill that void. Like he would have them throw him the ball 30 times a game and lose, which they often
Yeah.
do. When they throw him the ball a bunch of times, they often lose. It just I think the clip with Sirianni was the most telling. Like Sirianni was like, "Oh, I finally got you." Like it was nothing I could tell you because you were right. We should have been throwing you the ball, but we threw you the ball. You dropped it. Oh yeah, now I'm finna get on your ass. Like now I got you. Now like I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen a head coach taunt their own player like that. I think he was saying run off the field, but obviously, if my lip reading skills are as good as I think he said run off the field at some point. But then
Yeah.
that was just going to be like a microcosm, like, oh, okay, you want me to run off the field? Throw me the
Yeah.
ball, I'll run off the field. Like, I'm just feeling like
Yeah, he had a invisible bitch at the end of that.
you can't let Jalen Hurts go to another team. Like, that is something I think you might actually really regret. I know that he is like a corn cob in some NFL, discourses, but like he's played two of the best Super Bowls you'll ever see in your life, and we weigh that higher than anything. So we can't move the goalpost because he's a little corn cobbish. Well, very corn cobbish, but
That's for another day. I
yeah.
think Philadelphia and the state of Pennsylvania as a whole has a lot of problems when it comes to football, and I'm pretty sure we'll get into that in an episode coming soon. But talking about the other half of this AFC bracket, we got Drake May Sr. hosting the Houston Texans, man. A team we just saw demolish Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers with their defensive pressure. But we also saw this Patriots team get a dub against a very talented defense in the Chargers. So coming into this game, just tell me how you guys are feeling about this matchup.
The defenses are even. I think one offense is obviously better than the other.
The
That's
defenses are
honestly,
even?
Yeah, as
yes.
a
Both
Patriot fan, I ain't even
defenses
gonna say that.
I think they're even.
Even?
Both of them. Yes, they get to it defensively. They don't allow a lot of points. Listen, the Texas defense is really good. Number one, let's just say they're slightly better. I think I'll give you this, TJ. The Texas defense is slightly better than the Patriots defense.
Hmm.
The Patriots offense is levels
That
above
is
the
correct.
Texas
That is correct.
offense.
That is correct.
So
The second part is correct.
listen, it's gonna basically show up as even just because the Texas offense will not be able to get going. Are we sure Nico Collins is gonna play
No, he's
Sunday?
out. They already rolled him out.
Exactly. So, and you better hope Tate Dale's ready. And that's the only way that they have a chance to win that game if Tate Dale
You
plays.
got Charlie Kirk fucked up.
All right, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Christian Gonzalez got something for him, bro. But the Patriots are gonna dominate this game.
Um, okay, so let
Dominate
me make sure I have this correct. So the defenses are equal, and the Patriots are going to dominate. That's what I'm hearing. I want to make
because
sure.
their offense is better
Okay,
than the
yeah,
Texas
it is.
offense.
It is. You ain't lying. Okay.
Would you
All right.
rather get 10 yards or no yards to flip the field? Just honestly, like they're gonna be flipping that field all game. The Texas defense, they're gonna if the Texas score one defensive touchdown, they have a chance. That's the only way.
Okay. Let me just before I let Nick go, I know he's gonna do it. Let me just bring this in perspective. But yeah, so what you said, I 100% agree. The Texans offense is way worse than the Patriots. It's like it's bad, but we just watched them win a game 30-6, in which the quarterback had 4 turnovers. And I would say, were they all 4 of them unforced?
Yeah.
Basically, at least 3 of them. Okay, so CJ Stroud, right? That's what I think of in this. Like, that was the first thing that popped into my mind. Like, well, I'm going to call him Coleridge because Coleridge was out there last night. CJ, we still looking for him. I just think it's a lot like when we talk about Sam Darnold, like how the fact that they were even able to win that game when he looked like he had never played football for periods of that game, he looks like he could be the best quarterback you've ever seen. This is like you can set your watch this. It literally happens just about every game. Then there are periods of time in the game where he looks like he was taken from out the stands, given a set of pads and a helmet, and they said Hut. He's like, it was like, what is this
Don't
in
even
my
know how to
hand?
catch the snap.
Yeah, like we're talking about fumbling snaps and then fumbling. I don't think I've ever seen a player fumble a snap, pick it up, and then fumble it again. He did it like 3 or 4 times. So as it pertains to the defense, I think the Patriots better get ready to hear them saxophones. I just don't see. Now I don't think it'll be to their detriment because they've shown to be a prolific offense, but I just haven't seen a offense yet that have really taken them out of their element. For some reason, a team that plays inside loves playing. Have y'all seen the last 2 games they played outside? Them mugs love playing out. When they played Kansas City in the cold and they went out there and he
Yeah.
threw on all white, the mugs love to play in the cold. They love to hit. I was concerned because like this is a dome team playing in warm weather. Like they were like a pig in shit last night. I am highly concerned about the Texans offense. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't see anything last night that is like unfixable. Like, however, will they recover? Um, and I think just a little bit of the glimpse of shakiness that we saw from Drake May wasn't anything appalling, but like they
Yeah.
forced 3 turnovers. That was concerning,
It
considering what
was.
we have seen from him, like what we've come to. That was concerning. And this is another team that can do that. So if they can do that, and they're just a little bit less retarded than the Chargers offense, whom got the ball inside the 5 twice, resulted in 0 points. You look that up. So you get the ball twice inside of the 5 and you get 0 points. I just don't think that CJ Stroud is that unserious. Now, I don't want to start the what if man dialogue because I know someone in here, not the biggest fan, but I think it would be another nasty game. I don't think the Texans are gonna win, but to say that they're gonna get dominated, what have we seen in any game they've played to indicate that that would happen? That's my question to you.
Well, I think I'll be the one to answer it, and I appreciate you for putting that question out there. The answer to that question is Drake May, and I don't mean to say this in the glaziest way or anything like that.
It's glazy though. It's
It's
glazy.
glazy for sure,
That's fine. You,
but
you admit it's fine.
let me break it down. Now, let me break it down
I'm
because
listening.
after I get off this, I feel like you might follow with me. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
all right, I'm listening.
Texans coming to this game, number one in total defense,
Okay,
277 yards per game.
yes,
Number two in scoring defense, 17
okay,
points per game.
okay,
Patriots just saw the Chargers, who were number five in total defense at 285 yards per game, number nine in scoring defense at 20 points per game. And
okay.
this Patriots offense put up 381 total yards. Only 16 points, don't get me wrong, but 381 total yards, a 235-yard passing performance from Drake May, and 146 on the ground from Stevenson, May, and Henderson. So when
Okay.
I look at this and I look at what Drake May was able to accomplish in this game, despite the 3 turnovers, the offensive boom. I liken this game a lot to the Steelers game from earlier in this season. And that was a game which the Patriots lost, I believe, 21-14 or 20-14.
Yeah,
And we had five turnovers, four fumbles, one interception from Drake May. But that was a game in which we put up over 400 yards of total offense. And after that game, we went on to rattle off 10 straight wins. That was kind of like a get right game for us, if you
yeah,
get what I'm saying. And so when you talk about Drake May coming into the playoffs, his first ever playoff game against a very elite defense, you look across to the other side, you see Khalil Mack, you see Tuli Peloto, however you
yeah,
say his
yeah,
last
yeah.
name.
You got it.
But you got a ferocious defense, multiple All-Pros, multiple Pro Bowlers, guys in Derwin James at
Yeah,
every level of the field. And Drake May goes out. Yes, he has those hiccups, but he finds a way to be
yeah.
successful. And his offense is continually moving the ball against that.
Okay.
So I think that game served well to get the jitters out. And I think
Yeah.
this will just be an offensive explosion we've grown accustomed to seeing with Drake May, with the passing game, with the run game. And honestly, it all starts with the run game. You've got a veteran OC and Josh McDaniels, a guy who's been in this moment before, a guy who's seen multiple Super Bowls. So when I look at it, I just simply look at it like this. Do I trust Drake May and Josh McDaniels to come up with a plan to be better than this Texans defense, something they've shown they are capable of all year? I think yes.
Mm. Okay. I was with you until that last part about trust.
Okay.
Okay. Trust is a funny thing. It's hard to build, it's easy to lose. Um, if I'm not mistaken, there are only two quarterbacks that have ever won three playoff games in their first 3 years. It's CJ Stroud and it's not Josh Allen. It might be. I can't even remember. But it's not as if it's what Drake May hasn't done or we don't know what he will do in the playoffs. It's to an extent what we do know about CJ Stroud. Now, yes, that can
Yeah.
be a double edge, that can be a two-sided blade because the do know can be very bad, as we saw
Last night,
last
yeah.
night. But the do know, as in the good, can also be historic, which we saw. That was 2 years ago when they dismantled Cleveland, which was that was a wild card game. I know you remember that. That
Yeah,
was
Joe Flacco on them, yeah.
yeah. That I know. The opponent quarterback notwithstanding, I think that was a phenomenal game. So the trusting kind of, I will say, they have earned our trust, but in terms of playoffs, obviously I fell on this sword last weekend. What if, man? You will not be forgiven for what you've done to me. But we're looking at a quarterback who has just a smidgen more. Well, what is it? 2 games. This would be CJ Stroud's sixth playoff game to
Yeah.
two. Okay. I don't want to say this to sound like I'm holding it against the Patriots because they have obviously like the play on the field and they just won a playoff game fairly convincingly. They have earned our respect. But again, I think this game will come down to something that Vance was talking about earlier in college. I think this would be who's going to blink first because we have seen two units whom haven't blinked basically at all. So
Yeah.
you're talking about prolific offense versus what I believe to be a historic defense, like kind of like your 2019 Patriots,
Yeah.
Legion of Boom, some of these units that we've seen that are just like, when have we ever in the playoffs respected a defense of a team way more than the offense? Could that be problematic? Yes. But I think it could be inspiring to the offense. That fourth quarter was cartoonishly bad for the Steelers. Like, I was laughing my ass off. How, if you turn that game off when it was, what was it, like 10-6,
Yeah.
and you turn it back on, you were like, what the fuck?
How the fuck they
And the
get 30? Yeah.
and the offense didn't sniff a point. So I think that's something to keep an eye on. It'll just be as simple as who's gonna blank. It's something not right about the Texans, and I'm very cautious to do this again because I just got burned doing this last week. But it's something I think I like as a non-Patriots fan. I think I'd be a little jumping the gun to crown a young kid who has like he's performed. I don't want to make it seem like they've been beating cupcakes. Like he's earned his flowers, but would it be completely out of the cards for a historic defense to get in his head and make him look his age? It might not be
It,
likely. Maybe I wouldn't bet on it, but I just want to put that on you guys' mind. Like, I don't want it to get to when is the game? This is the game Saturday.
Yeah, no, it's Sunday. It's the early game
Okay,
Sunday.
Sunday. I don't want it to become Sunday and they picked him off twice and it's 14-0 and we're all looking around. I'm not wishing this on, I'm just saying, like hypothetically, just walk with me. And it's 14-0 and they're like, oh shit, we can't run the ball no more. And they done banged a couple helmets and they done somebody in the tent already, and them Rydell's is flowing and they got that all white on, and they, like I said, the saxophone's going, and we're like, all right, shit. I know you say shit ain't sweet in Foxborough, but the Bills came in there and got one when they were down. So they're teams that are, built for this shit. And I look at the Texans as a team. CJ Stroud, notwithstanding, him being the X factor, circle him, highlight him. He's got to take them where they want to go. The defense can't do everything. And to your point, if it's just about Patriots offense versus CJ Stroud, I think that's a wash because they have not shown that they can keep up offensively. So to your credit, I buy that 100%.
Yeah, and I do feel you on the Texans defense
Yeah,
standpoint because when you look at the Texans defense, they don't do anything phenomenal from a scheme
yeah,
standpoint. You have to realize they have all pros, Pro Bowl guys at each level of the
yeah,
defense. You look at a Daniil Hunter, Will
yeah,
Anderson on the front end,
yeah,
Al Shire on
yeah,
the second end, and then you got Derek Stingley on the back end with
yeah,
the Lassiter and some
yeah,
good safety play.
yeah. Petrie and
So
Bullock.
yeah, exactly. So when you look at this Texans defense, all they do is line down and play because they simply have the better personnel.
Yeah,
And I think that can pose a significant challenge for us, especially when we look at, some of the weapons we have on the outside. Yes, I trust Stephon Diggs to consistently create
yeah,
separation, find windows. But other than that, some of those one-on-one matchups, I'm not 100% confident in. Like a
yeah.
Kayshon Boutte, some of the tight ends we have working. But to that point also, like I said, this is where I would lean on the experience and not necessarily with Drake May, but with Josh McDaniels, a
Yeah.
guy who's seen success in this AFC playoffs time and time and time again. So when I think about it, it's Foxborough. You
Yeah.
look over, you see Josh McDaniels on the sideline. You see a white quarterback. You just know what time it is, and I think we have restored, you know what I'm saying, what New England football is supposed to be, and I
Okay.
feel
Okay.
confident in our chances against the Texans.
Okay.
And that
I'm
defense still
confident in
serious
your.
too. Not Texans defense, but we have a very competent defense who was willing to get handsy.
I'm confident in your confidence. I just want to highlight that. I might not agree with, because I'm not, but I am confident in your confidence. So, and maybe they need a little bit. We might need to send this to them, and they'll play this shit before the game. They'd be like, all right, well, they believe in us. Why not? Why not us? So, shout out to them. They've earned all the love and all that, and shout out to you. Somebody got to get up out the basement of poverty. So
No
if
cap.
it got to be your team, then we'll cheer you on from,
But nah,
yeah.
really shit. This shit shout out Vance, bro. Appreciate y'all for letting Vrabel go and letting him come to New England, man. Really changed our lives around.
Yeah, bro. Don't mention it. Hardball on the way.
What'd you guess? No, you know what? We watch the tape, we do our work, and Matt is a very close friend of mine.
Now, moving over to the NFC side, man. Number one seed Seahawks are back in action, hosting the 49ers, who got a big dub over the Eagles. And I know how we all feel about the Eagles, but the 49ers got this win despite losing George Kittle early in that game, survived two late Brock Purdy turnovers to get the dub. How much confidence did that win inspire in this 49ers unit for y'all?
They reminded us who they are. Well, in terms of yeah, fuck around, find out. And that was the perfect, ending for the Eagles to go against a team that's just solid all around. And every single time yeah, this was the first time I actually like doubted the 49ers, and I'm actually like pissed off looking back at it that I did, because this is their identity, who they are. They're gonna
For real.
smack you in the mouth and make you play, good sound fundamental football. That was the last thing the Eagles needed. And I feel as if they should have all the confidence in the world, but why can't they go in and win this game? So why not?
The why not would be shit. At some point it's got to catch up, man. You look at the defense depleted by injury. Now you lose George Kittle, who I would say is not only a valuable piece of that offense from a skill point standpoint, but also from a leadership standpoint. You have an injury like that, and that can do one of two things. It can either galvanize you, bring all the guys closer together, or it can expose, some of the holes that that guy has been patching up. And for the 49ers, I don't know how this will turn for them. I think a big thing will be if Fred Warner comes back this week because he will bring that juice back and bring that leadership back to this team. But at the same time, this is a game we saw 2 weeks ago, and one of these teams didn't score a touchdown. I'm not sure what changed from 2 weeks ago to now. Yes, they got a good win. Yes, Jawan Jennings threw a beautiful touchdown to Christian McCaffrey, and we're all happy the Eagles got sent home. But I don't know if that win alone gave me enough confidence that the 49ers can go up to Seattle and do something that very few offenses or very few teams, period, have done this year, and that's find success in beating Seattle.
Yeah, but a lot of times people go into games thinking they can win and still get their ass beat. Shout out Oregon, but I think it could end up being something similar to that. Like I said, they will have confidence. Why not have confidence going into this game? But Seattle, they're not one dimensional. They got multiple ways they can like just smack you around. And wide receiver game, JSN, even Cooper Cup. If you this feels like a Cooper Cup 2 touchdown game. Something
Oh
very
God.
random, crazy. It's a divisional game. They're gonna get up just because it's a divisional team. It's the playoffs. You know you're gonna get your absolute best from Seattle, who's coming off a bye. They've been scouting the 49ers, and they just played them 2 weeks ago. So this is a perfect spot for Seattle just to smack San Fran, win the game, something like 24 to 13, 24-10, something real calm because their defense didn't change. I'm sure San Fran will add a trick play or a wrinkle here and there to try to get them on their toes, but Seattle is so fundamentally sound. This is the worst matchup for the 49ers. If they could have avoided Seattle, maybe they could have got to the Super Bowl, but this is horrible for San Fran.
Mm. Okay, the only reason that I would disagree is because of what you said about it being a division game. I have no idea what it is about this phenomenon in the NFL. I've seen it. This has been the most extreme example this year, in my opinion. The volatility of division games this year, I haven't seen anything like it. We saw the Eagles get blasted by 30 against the Giants. We saw we saw the Panthers skunk the Falcons 30. We saw the Saints dominate the Buccaneers. Like we've seen like the most crazy examples. When I think about this game, they just played 2 weeks ago. It's hard to beat a team twice. So my first thought in this game, obviously, all eyes go to the 49ers defense. They had civilians and AI generated lineups out there, third and fourth, fifth string linebackers. And we're all like, how did they win this game? I think about the volatility of both quarterbacks. And I don't mean this to be on no troll shit, but imagine you have, two teams well coached, physical, they have their identity, they're sure of themselves, and you have just one individual on your team that can
Oh
fuck it
God.
all up
Oh
with
God.
one wonky drop back. Now, the problem that I'm having is both teams have this issue. So who is going to be the one to fuck it up worse is who is going to win this game. I think that, yes, Seattle's clearly the better team. They can run, they can throw, they can hit. They're the better team. But a lot of times the shit goes out the window in divisional games. And unfortunately, kudos to him, but his track they have an individual on the Seattle offense whose track record is
Stop
to
it.
act in the worst. I'm sorry, Nick, but I'm not making this up. There's an individual on that team who has been known to act in the worst interest of his team, and they have won games in spite of him. Now, I'm not predicting that, but I just want to again put something on your mind because if we show up, I'm not sure what day this game is, and we're wondering kind of like how did they just win the game against the Eagles? I see a lot of the same things. Like this is a team that's more complete than them, that's healthier than them. Yeah, the Eagles had the cloud over them. I think the Seahawks have a positivity cloud. Like the vibes might be too high. Like Seattle hasn't won shit in forever. Like this is. I would give them way more respect as a 1 seed than I would Denver, but I don't want us to be in the realm of like, you know, Crabtree, Sherman days where it's one of them funky ass games and it comes down to the last play. And I don't know. I think I would pick Seattle, but I just want to put that on your minds. The volatility of these quarterbacks is what's gonna, because that's what kind of peaked its ugly head in the first game. Like Brock Purdy was coming off of 10 touchdowns in the games before, and it looked like he didn't know left from right in that game, and he was turning the ball over, and he was whatever quarterback gets off their game first is going to fuck it up for their team, because these division games are hard for me to predict, because you can have the best team, you can have the biggest gaps in units and schemes, and we see that Seattle's clearly better. But in division games, especially a division playoff game, I'm very wary of these two elite tier game managers. Can we agree on that? Is that fair? Is that
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair?
we can call them game
I don't want to
managers, but
disrespect Sammy D,
I think for all the flack Sam Darnold gets, bruh. There
yeah,
was a point in that game on Sunday where I thought Brock Purdy just threw this game away, and that was on that late
yeah,
pick after after the 49ers took the lead. Brock Purdy throws the late pick on the over route to essentially give
yeah,
Philadelphia another chance, another bite at the apple. And I'm like,
right,
okay, Philadelphia is a Super Bowl team. They're gonna do what Super
yeah,
Bowl championship teams do and
and
come
win,
back and win
yeah,
this thing. Obviously they didn't, but Brock Purdy has that same little ism that
yeah,
Sam Darnold does, as you alluded
yeah,
to. But when I look at this game, I think yes, it's which quarterback will blink first, but it's also
mhm,
which coach will allow their quarterback to blink first. And I think when
okay,
I look at this Seattle team, why would Mike McDonald and this offensive staff even consider putting Sam Darnold in that position? Because you look back to that last 49ers game. Yes, they only scored 13 points, but Sam Darnold wasn't asked to do a whole lot. Only
right,
26 attempts, completed 20 of them.
okay.
The run game got going. You got 97 yards from Kenneth Walker, 74 from Zach Charbonnet. Follow that same formula. Play good defense, get the stops, control the ball. You're going to get out of here with a win. I think that's as simple as it is for Sam Darnold. You take the keys out of his hand this week. You give him the K9, you give him the Charbonnet, and you just say, hey, look, run us to victory. Our defense got us. Let's get out of here. Let's, get the blood flowing. We've been off a couple of weeks. Let's get this dub and let's go home, man.
I think NFL teams think a lot differently than we do, and obviously that's a good thing, because like if we were to have it our way, like the league would look crazy. Like the way that these coaches would think is just so. The only reason I don't think it would be wise for them to try to put the game in Sam Darnold's hands, but I can see a world where they say, all right, fuck it, he got us this far, on some Disney movie bullshit, and we've been reading too much of the headlines, like Mike McDonald has proven himself to be a good head coach, but he's not won a playoff game, has he?
Now, this is his first playoff appearance, I believe.
Okay, so right. That can always go one or two ways. So like sometimes, like you made a great point about the head coaches. Like as much shit as I give Shanahan, I can't just let Mike McDonald off easy thinking I know what he's gonna do, because I have no clue what he's gonna do. He might trip over his own feet. Him and Sam Darnold might sit down and say, and bring Clinton room and be like, well, they're expecting us to turn around, hand the ball off 30 times. Let's shock the world. You know what I'm saying? Like some feel good out west vibes bullshit. And let's shock the world. And Sam drop back and throw it 30 times and throw it all over the yard and win us this game. And one time they're down the red zone. Fuck, we ain't kicking it. Put the ball in Sam Darnold's hand. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see
Yeah,
a first time playoff head coach. He's a very, them young cats, they're very in their head. They're very stubborn. They're very,
kind of like
oh, I'm
Liam
going to
Cohen,
show
yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like they can be, we just saw Ben Johnson do it. Ben Johnson went for it on fourth down inside of his own 50, like 4 times. For some odd reason, it paid off. But the theme that I've heard a lot today is going to catch up with you. So if they want to die and they want to live and die by Sam Darnold, like you said, I think that would be a mistake. But I just want to say, to counter your counter, I can see a world where egos prevail and they do some goofy shit like, oh, well, let's let our quarterback, he's gotten us this far and he's won XYZ games. That'll show them, and then they kind of just work themselves out of a playoff win, especially in a division game. But I think you are correct in saying that would be unwise, but I don't want to make it seem like it's impossible.
Yeah, no,
It's
for
it's
sure.
unlikely. Yeah,
Obviously, nothing is impossible in this
yeah,
NFL
yeah,
playoffs, as we've seen
yeah,
so far. Even with, you know what I'm saying, a team in the Panthers giving the Rams a game, but
yeah,
just, closing points on this game.
yeah.
Vance, who you taking, man?
It's gonna be close. I'm gonna Seahawks. They beat them twice. They have the confidence. I'm gonna keep it simple. I think that's what the Seahawks are gonna do. Keep it simple as well. and win this game. I'm gonna say Seahawks 24, 49ers 19.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even think I have 49ers haven't scored 19 on the Seahawks defense all year. I don't think that changes coming into this game. Give me Seahawks in a 28-6, 28-6, 28-9.
See it? I can see it.
Hmm.
I know TJ got something up his sleeve, bro. What you feeling, bro?
Okay, so I think I saw a stat. Correct me if I'm wrong, that the 49ers have reached the conference championship every single time they made the playoffs under Shannon. Do I have that correct? I think it
That
was something
sounds
like he's
right.
made every.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was. I don't remember all the games that they played. The Lions, they played um the
Shit, he been
Rams
to
one
two
time.
Super
Yeah, we'd have
Bowls,
to
so
look at.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think they make the conference championship every single time, right? And that's with some of the greatest personnel that we've seen, but like they've just lost so much. I just like you said, I just don't think they can keep sustaining without it catching up. I don't want to see Brock Purdy in another NFC championship game because I think they would win that game and go to the Super Bowl. But can I see Sam Darnold in an NFC championship game? No, I can't. Fuck me. I feel like I'm gonna be a clown if I pick the 49ers. Damn it. I don't want to do it. I ain't no bitch.
Ain't nothing wrong.
I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna pick the 49ers. I'm gonna pick the 49ers. I ain't no bitch. All right, but in all fairness, I reserve the right to change my mind on paper. Just want to put that out there. On the pick 'em, I reserve the right to change my mind. So yes,
I got
on
you.
video, I'm going to take the 49ers.
You gotta lead to
Yes,
protect and shit.
Yeah, bro. Just give me
yeah.
the opposite of TJ.
Well, yeah, whoever I'm picking is gonna lose just at this point. So yeah.
But nah, man. So
Oh, y'all want me to score?
yeah, if you got one.
Oh, I'm gonna go 17-16 San Francisco. Something I just stick with like these low scoring, head busting.
Yeah.
I just don't see it being anything. Game is in Seattle, right? Okay, yeah. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
too
in
cold.
Seattle.
Okay, yeah. 17-16 49ers. Reserve the right to change.
I got you. And so last playoff matchup we got, man. And honestly, I think this will be one of the better games of the weekend. Rams at Bears. Bears complete the crazy comeback to get the late win. Well, really, both of these teams complete
Yeah,
crazy comebacks to win. Bears come back big from the 21-point halftime deficit.
yeah.
Rams were trailing with 2 minutes to go, find a way to get a win there. How do these teams come into this game? Well, first of all, let's talk about it from a player perspective. I don't know, how many comebacks we've been a part of, but just talk about kind of just some of that energy you get coming off of the games that these two teams had.
I'll let you go, TJ.
Okay. So obviously we will look at it in a positive light, but the hater in me, the slight problem that I'm having is I feel like, well, at least to speaking to Chicago, I feel like they have adopted this mindset of like living dangerous and fast and like, all right, well, we can't lose. Like we can fuck off because if you notice, these comebacks keep getting later and later. Like it's not just a second half comeback. Like they literally keep pushing it later and later in the game. Like they can't just keep getting away with this. And I said that last week. This close, like one drop ball, one penalty away. Like I
Yeah.
just can't see them doing. And this is the team. This is if there ever was a team that can punish them for doing that. This is the
Oh my
team.
God.
You talk about bad matchups. If they could have avoided a team, this is no. I'm not on no glazing shit. If there was ever a team that can show them the error of their ways, this is it. Pound for pound, dare I say, the most complete team in the playoffs left. Will we have a problem with that? No, no problems with
Nah.
that. Okay. No egregious. That's not an egregious statement. Okay. We can, if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
disagree, we're on the same wavelength. Okay. So I just think that a team that's complete, that has a lot to clean up. Now, the reason I don't want to rule any teams out and like be disrespectful to any of these teams, because we just saw Carolina come within this close of beating the Rams. They played a pretty phenomenal game. I know they had some turnovers, but they were able to turn Matthew Stafford over. Bryce Young made one of the throws of the year with that
No cap.
that wheel route to Coker. Like that was a fantastic game. So hats off to them. I think that the Rams were scared straight, and I think that the Bears have been kind of led astray by like, oh well, we don't have to live right because no matter what we do, we're gonna get it done. And they just don't have that organizational pedigree to keep that going. Now,
Mm,
yes, within the scope of this season, they have created that pedigree for themselves. But there's only one team in football led by one person, no glazing shit, that we really respect in a trailing position, no matter what it is, chips to the table, gun to our head. We would never have said that it was Caleb Williams. So I can't stray away from that. I think if they want to play that game, I think this will finally, bite them in the ass. Maybe Caleb Williams might like getting bitten in the ass, but I just, I don't know. I think the Rams will get it together, and I think Chicago will finally understand the error of their ways. Maybe not a domination, but like a 28-14 Rams. He's not able to overcome two early turnovers, and the Rams are seasoned enough to not keep dicking around with them. The Packers, we can't say that we're stunned that they did that. Is that fair to say?
no, not at all.
So I would be stunned if the Rams did this. So that's why I think they have the edge in this game. I think this is a bad matchup. Caleb, bro, hats off to you, but football games are 4 quarters, not one. So we just got on Bo Nick's ass for that. I know he made some of the most fantastic throws that we've ever seen. He has things that we can't teach, that we can't coach, but 50% of passes getting completed is
Hmm.
not a divisional playoff game. So I'm going with the Rams.
Man,
Nah.
yeah, they can't keep getting away with this, but I've seen it. They said Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. It's now Caleb Williams and Colston Loveland.
You gotta do the thing. You gotta do the thing.
Nah, but it.
Okay.
Listen, man. I would. You said the Rams are going to get it together. I've seen them do this twice already this season in terms of giving it up late in the game. We saw Seahawks number one seed. Rams were up 16 points in the fourth quarter and lost
Yep.
to the Seahawks. We saw they had the
Yep.
Eagles dead to rights. Eagles
Yep.
block a field goal to win the game. And the Rams, very talented, very skilled, top to
Yeah.
bottom. Why not? Can't they win the Super Bowl? But
Yeah.
they've had their moments of Shaq in the full
Yeah.
type of
Absolutely.
moments this year.
Absolutely.
And so I do see the Rams getting up. I do see the Bears making a comeback. Now, will it bite them in the ass this round? I don't think so, just because we've seen the Rams actually blow it before. So this is just a
Yeah.
trend. The Bears, I give them one more week to get to the NFC Championship game. Have the opportunity to play for a Super Bowl.
Mm. And
Okay.
this will be an interesting matchup because I think, kind of as TJ alluded to, this Rams team will be able to punish the Bears for playing the way they've played, all the way up to this point. Just looking at this stylistically, this Rams offense is the number one offense in the league, averaging
Yeah.
over 30 points per game. And Vance, last week you called the Bears a good defense. The Bears are bottom five in defense, giving up almost 400 yards a game. Matt Stafford finna sling that pill all across the field. Kyler Gordon, ice up, buddy. It's gonna be a long one for you. You're gonna see a lot of Devontae, a lot of Puka, a lot of these tight ends. Hell, Kobe Parkinson just head topped one of those Panthers defenders for game last week. So I think that will be definitely the game plan for the Rams. You just think of what they can do schematically against this Bears team that plays a lot of man coverage, a lot of the condensed formations, the insert routes, the zone running schemes. I think all of that will find success. But on another level, we talk about Caleb Williams, and in the chat, I said Saturday night, Caleb Williams might be the worst quarterback to watch on Prime Vision, bro, because TJ alluded to him completing 50% of his passes. It was like those first 2 quarters, he's looking past guys in an attempt to try to make that big play. You got a guy open in the flat, you're looking second, third level, trying to make that big splash play. It's not
Yeah.
there. That leads to incompletion, sacks, getting off schedule, things like that. Part of the reason why that Bears offense struggled early in that game. Now come the fourth quarter, when you need it, yes, Caleb was making those timing throws, hitting those deep left throws on those corners. I want to say they ran that like 5 times in a row, throwing that deep left corner to Colston Loveland and some other guys. But for me, like, you can't live like that as a quarterback,
Yeah.
especially not when you're going up against the MVP caliber quarterback, you need those points. And especially we talk about Ben Johnson rolling the dice. You roll the dice like that against this Rams team, that's 7. Point blank
Yeah.
period. I just like the Rams in this one, man.
I guess scores prediction because that'll give me,
Oh,
like how y'all think this game goes. I want to know.
I think this game a blowout, bro. I'm gonna be
Ooh.
100% honest with you, bro. I'm thinking like 42-10.
Whoa.
Okay, bro. It's an NFL game, bro.
No, I know it's an NFL game. Don't get me wrong, and I understand the momentum Chicago has. But like as we kind of, as TJ alluded to, we kind of talked about it a lot in this episode. Things catching up to you. This is gonna be the game that playing the fourth quarter or living for the fourth quarter catches up to the Bears, and this Rams offense will like I said, keep doing what they've done all season. Devontae gonna get in the box, Kyron gonna get in the box, Puka gonna get in the box. I just don't see this Bears defense having answers for all of the different ways this Rams offense can attack.
And what
Wow.
about you,
42.
TJ?
That's crazy. Well, I'm intrigued by the pairing of the two offensive masterminds, if that's a fair statement. Ben Johnson, obviously notwithstanding, because in that last game we were kind of like, all right, buddy, you kind of yeah, his he was not passing the tester for. I think that something that's kind of going under the radar is that we looked at Ben Johnson like, oh, he's gonna save Caleb Williams. Like, if you notice, it's kind of been the other way around in these comeback wins. Like, I have seen in the last month, I have seen probably 3 of the 5 most spectacular throws I've ever seen in my life via Caleb Williams. But I've also seen in each game 3/4 of the most dog shittest, can't read the route tree over the middle football. So if it's coming down, I don't see a scenario where it's coming down to a game, but you can't be depending on a miraculous play every single game and expect that to be sustainable. I rewatched that clip of the throw he made to Adunze. The biggest problem I had was how the fuck was it caught? Because there were
No
I
cap.
understand the mechanics of the throw, like that was ridiculous, but like those defenders, like shame on all 3 of the like I don't even think Rome Odunze saw the fucking ball until it was like in his face, and he made a phenomenal catch. Like it looks worse from the angle, like it's like the sideline angle from where he threw it. Like there were 3 defenders physically covering Rome Odunze, like to where like I don't even know if Caleb Williams saw him, but like that's just something that should not happen. Like all credit to him, like that was a phenomenal play, one of the best I've ever seen. But I also underestimated the unseriousness of Green Bay. Like I know we were clowning like it would be Trevon Diggs, 6, and no, my God, I thought that was good, but like they didn't even need him to get on the field for the unserious shit to start. Like if y'all get a chance when you hear this, like please go back and look at that play. That shit was bad. Roma Dunze was not even like much open to what
No,
we call like, oh, throw it. He wasn't open for that shit
not
to
at
have gotten
all.
completed. It's like it's almost like the Packers defense, like you pussy, you're not gonna throw this, like, and it's like that meme where the guy and he's like, I'm pussy, and he chucked it. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm throwing it. And if the Rams can keep that from happening, like get a scenario where like, so you know what, to Nick, to your point, it has to be a blowout for the Rams to win this game. It has to be a blowout because they might get fire on their ass if they keep letting, because I think Chicago lives to come back from these games. So if it is like Vance said, if it's a comeback, I will pick Chicago because the Rams were very close last week to just, so in order for the Rams to win this game, which I think they would, it has to be a blowout, but I'm going to give Chicago more respect. I'm thinking 38-17, maybe 35-17, because I think they will be able to score points. I don't want to discredit them, but the Rams are not going to win a close game. They will only win via offensive domination, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 28-27 Bears. It's gonna
Field
be
goal.
they're down like yeah, no, they're gonna score 4 touchdowns. Something wack is gonna happen for the Rams. It's gonna be 27-14, and then that's when the Bears start to come back. They score 2 late touchdowns, win that
Okay.
game. That's just like how the season's been going. That's what it's
Okay.
trending. Why not? Why couldn't that happen? But
No,
I can't see them getting blown out. Sometimes you just gotta
Yeah.
you gotta slit their throat, bro. Like you
To
got
answer, there's no reason it can't happen because we just saw Carolina play the most competitive playoff game probably of anybody. So
Yeah.
to your point, we don't want to shortchange them and say like, oh, I don't want it to sound like we're saying like they don't belong because you could argue they've played better than the Rams,
Yeah.
like full body of work. But when you get in the playoffs, it's like who do you trust? Who's reliable? Like who's consistent? And 4 quarters, like you've said, you talk a lot about in other sports, like it doesn't matter until the 4th quarter. But in football, you can't put yourself in that hole because it isn't like basketball. You can go on a quick run and 15-0 in a few minutes. Like it requires so much momentum in the 4th quarter, and like the battle of wills becomes like, oh, damn, we losing by 20. I just want to go home because we forget that these cats are humans. Like these are human men, and like they're tired. They're like when I said in the Green Bay game, they were tired and cold. Them niggas wanted to go home on that last scramble
Mhm.
drill. Wasn't
Yeah.
nobody trying to get open. They was like, fuck it, I'm ready to go home. So maybe the Rams can be that team to, kind of break that will because as fun of a guy as Sean McVay looks like, he's a killer. If you
Okay.
really like you really watch him, he's got crazy eye. He's a killer. He
He
might
got that twitch,
be
bro.
cool and buddy. He's a killer. Like I know Ben Johnson strikes me as like Ben Johnson is very fake thug to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the little handshake thing and like fuck the Packers. Like say that shit on the field. Like you got LaFleur in front of you. Say fuck the Packers on the field. Like Chicago, like they not. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'm egging shit on, but like they don't talk like they want to. Oh, I'm gonna play with cheese grater and like. Oh, they going home now. They Caleb Williams with that shit. Oh, they wanted it, they got it, and now they know. Like I feel like Chicago's the type of team, they don't talk that type of shit on the field because they just want to win the game however they can, and then they want to
Yeah.
talk shit after. So like I feel like it's a fake. A Chrysler 300 look like a Phantom to a
Okay.
Phantom pull up. So Ben Johnson, you got to show me. You got to show me. So if they show me, I'll put like this. If the Bears win this game, I'm gonna ride with them to the wheels fall off. I ride with them. They win this game, I ride with them. I ride with them to the end. Yeah, I think that's fair.
No, that's fair, man.
They win
That's
this game,
fair.
I ride with them.
Caleb Williams was the #1 pick for a reason.
So it's
You
Matt
about to
Stafford.
find out just how just
So it's Matt
how
Stafford.
special. It's two special quarterbacks, bro. It's gonna be a special game.
Yeah.
I agree, bro. But one of these defenses is not special, making
All
it
right.
way easier for one of these quarterbacks
Well,
to
they
look
special,
special.
just not the good kind of special.
When we come back and they got 3 turnovers, bro, we'll find
Okay,
out.
wait. I can't let you do that. Turnovers are not mutually exclusive to good defense. I can't let you do that because they
Shit.
could get 3 turnovers and give
Turnovers
up
and
30.
wins. That's
Bro,
what
they
matters
didn't
to
they didn't
me.
even get a turnover in the comeback versus the Packers, bro. They
But
forced them,
wins,
but they ain't
bro. They
recover.
get wins. They get wins.
They do.
They kept playing.
When that fumble happened and they jumped on the ball and kicked it out of bounds, open fumble on the ground, you jump on it, and then the defender kicks that bitch out of bounds. I'm like, there's no way they can win this game. But then I'm like, I'm looking at this shit wrong. Like that shit was ordained for them to win that game. For you to kick a
Yeah.
fucking fumble out of bounds and still win the game. Like, so if they win this game, they just got it. And at that point, we just gotta give it to them. Like if they win this game, it's
They
nothing
got
else we can
Sister
say
Jean
because
room for him, bro. They got
I'm
Sister
about to say
Jean
we
room
we
for him.
giving the Rams their props, like we giving the Rams the respect that they deserve. If you beat who we think is the top, the Rams might be the 5 seed, but we felt like they were the best team. A la Seattle, we felt like they were the best team. Is that fair?
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
So it was unfortunate that they had to play in the same division with Seattle. They will be the 1 seed any other year, any other conference as a shoe in for the 1 seed, and they blew that game to Atlanta on some funny shit. But that's just the NFL for you. So I don't know. This is a very, I think this round will be good. We have seen phenomenal football. I have no reason to think it'll change, but shit gotta start coming back down to earth. I feel like shit gotta start like, coming back into places that makes it like people gotta
Yeah.
start. We gotta get back to where like the totem pole, the hierarchy, shit gotta start shaking out. And Caleb Williams in the Super Bowl, bro, it's gonna be crazy if they win. So it's Chicago, man, y'all better have a National Guard out there, mug. Uh, take the switches away, take the choppers away. Yeah, it's
Hey,
gonna
but
get crazy.
I will say though, bro, like it's good to see Chicago back being a
Yeah,
sports city.
yeah,
'Cause, like just Saturday watching the games, bro, I'm just like,
yeah,
I follow a couple of like Chicago rappers on the gram
yeah,
and shit. So watching their stories, but like they all tapped into the
yeah,
game, supporting. Like I
Yeah.
watched Lucky
yeah,
Story, Chucky, like they both tapped in and showing love to the Bears, bro. That's really awesome to see.
yeah.
These
It is.
franchises that haven't had this shine get this shine, and the whole city support them, man.
And they've been through a lot. Like you got to give like these. When I looked at them fans' faces and they was getting the fuck beat out of them, I'm like, these people have been tortured for this. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, what did they do to deserve like this level of clownery every single year? And it's like they heard me, and then the Bears are like, all right, we owe it to these people. Like, Chicago is the city, like a beautiful city, but they always have the dark side of Chicago, the murder, the violence, like the poverty. So for them, it's a tale of two cities. Like you got the rich, white, affluent part, and oh, we love the Bears, but like you got some niggas in the trenches that are really ready to die about the
Nah,
Bears.
for real.
So that's like shout out to them. Like that's crazy, showing mad love to them. Like they earned it, they deserve it. So I don't want to seem like I'm hating. We can pick these games in a vacuum and be objective, but like I would love to see them win. They deserve it. They've been through
For
hell.
real.
No team will enjoy. I don't think there will be a sports franchise on this planet that will enjoy a championship more than the Chicago Bears. So good luck to them, and we'll see. But shout out to them.
Nah, for real, bro. I had to dust off all
Yeah.
my Bears drip, bro. Had to bring it back.
Oh yeah, you showed it. You sure did. Okay.
I'm good. But nah, man. I guess we'll end it like this. Me and Vance, I think our Super Bowl predictions are still alive. Seahawks, Patriots.
I'm
TJ, you
dead.
predicted Eagles, Bills. Them Eagles let you down. How you rocking in the NFC, or are you changing your
Okay.
prediction
Okay.
altogether?
All right. Oh fuck me. Tyrell Shavers and Gabe Davis. Why you had to do me this, bro? I wanted to pick. Okay. All right. 49ers Bills. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. 49ers Bills. That's nasty. Fuck it. I'm for that. That's disgusting. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
you never know, bro.
Indeed.
NFL script writers might do whatever they can to get Josh Allen the ring at this point, man.
And the
Yeah, bro.
49ers are playing at the game is in their home stadium. So
Yeah,
they
facts.
fucked up the 1 seed, but they might spin back and get that. So
You never
Brock
know.
Purdy, Josh Allen, man. Damn.
Hey, let's pray to the football gods we don't get that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Please
Least watched
disregard me.
Super Bowl of all time.
I'm just
Nah,
trying to give
Bad
these
Bunny at
people some
halftime
content.
too.
Yeah, bro. They gonna turn all of that off.
Who's doing the halftime again? I forgot.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Oh my goodness.
Chambea.
MAGA bowl, boy. They're gonna be like, can we get somebody who speaks English at least? This is not
Yeah.
right. Yeah, all right. Just tell us how you really feel.
Facebook
Oh.
comments gonna be booming.
No cap. I know Vance, you gonna be moving them hips during that halftime.
All right.
I'm like, pass me the Rotel. Yeah.
Shit, pass me the
Nah, I
whole
feel it.
bowl. Fuck it.
Nah, for real.
Okay.
But man, that's another episode, No Cap Sports, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, stay plugged with us on the socials. And
Yeah.
man, we tapped into this playoff football. Make sure y'all tapped in too and tap in with us, man. We out of here.
Yeah.